Welcome, everyone. This is the Collision live stream. That is right. We are back. We are back at it here at the channel. Took a break. It's been a while. I missed you. How you been? It's been about a month or so. A lot of stuff going on with the channel. A lot of stuff going on with all three of us. But we're back today to check out AEW Collision as a Marvel movie ends on a DC weekend for Warner Brothers and Discovery. We're ready to do Collision. We got a lot going on. Big lineup. A lot of stuff going on with this broadcast. Let's check out the lineup right now. This is it. We're going to see Miro in action, probably against a jobber, because we're going to get the third incarnation of Miro. They're going to build him up. We got women's tag action, one match. We're going to see the Acclaimed, or hear from the Acclaimed. Wardlow will face Luchasaurus for the TNT title. Buddy Matthews will face Andrade. That'll be really good. And in the main event, a three-way fight. CM Punk and FTR versus Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Juice Robinson. This is the theme song right now. Elton John. Let's cut the music because we are on right now. I'm digging it so far. Let me put these in here. All right, the editing could be more on pace with the music, but I like the dance right there. That's nice. What are you thinking of the Elton John song? AEW Collision is here. What are you thinking? How you been? I'm Zach from West Coast Pop. Leave comments all episode long. We got a lot we're talking about here. This is the commentary team. If you're wondering who's talking right now besides me, Nigel McGuinness, Jim Ross, and Kevin Kelly. Oh, I missed you, Noob. How you been? How you doing, Noob? Are you excited for Collision Saturday night as Elton John is singing right now? CM Punk chance huge. He's obviously coming back a face in Chicago. We're going to talk about sales for Collision going into Canada and everywhere else. Here he is. CM Punk is out. CM Punk is coming out. This is who I think is coming out at the end of the show. I do believe it's going to be built up for the Forbidden Door. This is going to be the one big surprise. Kenta will come out as CM Punk is. Oh, the fucking. Oh, I got to stop swearing. Like, I hate the Brock Lesnar guys out. I hate that. I hate that. Fat Laces. How are you doing? How are you doing, Fat Laces? God, it's been so long. Who's your boy? Who are you waiting for? Is it Slim J? Who is it? CM Punk is out. Hey, want to know something cool? Saw him jogging in LA 2 weeks ago. He's jacked. Kenta will come out. He's got to come out. GTS versus GTS. Welcome to Collision Chaos Saturdays. I like that name, Noob. Better than anything TK is coming out with. CM Punk is out. We got a lot to talk about here, by the way. This is the match. Let me talk about what we're going to talk about here. As Punk comes out to huge chance. I'll come back to this. We're talking about a lot here during the show. All of wrestling, the new titles, Secret Invasion, The Flash, trivia, news and rumors, and I have a meme contest involving The Flash that the winner of the meme contest will be put on our social medias, which you can find on the bottom here as I'll put up. Kevin Kelly, Jim Ross, and Nigel McGuinness. That is who's talking right here. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Glad to be back. CM Punk, glad to be back. Pay attention to that shirt. It comes in handy in trivia. Let's see what CM Punk has to say. I'm telling you, Kenta's coming out at the end. We're building up Forbidden Door. That's going to get tickets selling in Ontario, Canada. Forbidden Door is going to sell out, by the way. It is very, very close, if not sold out already. Let us know if you go online. I have something else to offer you when we talk about Secret Invasion. Very excited for that. A free way to read the Marvel version of the comic. Here we go. What does CM Punk have to say? His new shirt you can buy online. We're going to talk about his ESPN interview too. That was nice. Not like awesome, but it was kind. These shots are very, it looks like Raw. Okay. It's the business mean he will work with anyone. It's wrestling. It's a popularity contest. The month off has been it's been a lot. Welcome to New One Into the World. Still trying to catch up on sleep, but thank you for asking. How's your month been, New? How have you been? I had a picture in here of Natalia with Billy Corgan at World is a Vampire tour, but I forgot to put it in. Uh, they're in their biggest Chicago building yet so far. I do believe they're here once again. The Summer of Punk. You can put that sign away. See, missing you on Fridays. Oh, mid channels and Twitch amateurs. Fat Laces, I'm so sorry you have to deal with the lower tier people. You're dealing with the rampage of streamers when the A plus guy was there giving you a rampage for free. Thank you all for coming back. I really appreciate that. Doing good, but hey, I'm excited too. Let's go. He's talking about Chicago fans only. He got booed when the package showed a Dynamite last week, so we'll see how it goes. I miss this. I'll get my CM Punk going. I miss this. I love you for it. Thank you for being here again. Open discussion. Talk about anything today. He's being very vague about stuff. He's got sneakers around his neck. Is that what he wears to wrestle in those sneakers? We'll see how this plays out. He's not advertised for another like 3 or 4 weeks on AEW's website for Collision, so we'll see. This is kind of looking like Raw. I like the entrance. Did you like the beginning song? I dug Elton John in the beginning. Oh, an F the Elite chant. I like it. There's a lot of stuff coming off the Elite that people aren't talking about online. You can call him anything you want. I'm disappointed that Natalia Markova lost to Camille a few weeks ago at Crockett Cup, but I don't know what's moving for NWA next. They need something. They're not getting good responses right now with what Billy Corgan's saying, but I think Natalia is somewhere else bound. What does David Zaslav call you? Money. One Bill Phil. That's what David Zaslav, the guy in charge of all of the Warner Brothers stuff going on right now. Counterfeit Bucks. That was good. That was good. We're going to talk about what the Bucks said in response to Phil's ESPN interview. We will talk about that. There's an article on Frank Kazarian. His reason? No, I did not. Fat Lace says, let us know, what did Frankie Kazarian say about leaving AEW? Let's see if they vent about AEW the way people vent about WWE when they go to AEW. Notice no one when they go to NWA really vent. Again, how does this play out in a non-Chicago audience? Let us know what summer movies you've seen. We're going to talk about summer movies. We're going to talk about The Flash. I can't with The Flash. Again, Fat Laces, let us know what Kazarian said. I'm interested. Oh, he's going to cry. He had longer hair when we saw him jogging 2 weeks ago, and he is cut. Phil is in great shape. I'm not going to say where we're jogging in case he likes jogging there. Keep it private for him, but Pepsi Phil is cut. He had longer hair. I'd say about to here. This is such a soft fight. This is such a weak fight. I'm not really like, ooh, the Elite or ooh, CM Punk. He is a big dude too. He's about my height, but let me just say, I'm sorry, Phil. Just a little bit bigger than you. All right, that was a pretty good dig. So far, very much better than the ESPN interview that dropped. That was SAWFT. What's he got in the bag? What's in there? Tricep meat. Come on now. He's still got the belt. I mean, he did draw. I got to give him that. Man, I'm telling you, you get a crowd in front of Phil and those veins start pumping. Tell me when I'm telling lies. That's going to be. Look at these chats really quick. It's Damien the Snake. I would love that. Pin him or submit him for it. He's going to keep it. He's going to keep this belt like it is. I love it. I should come up with the segment, but yeah, I missed it to next week, possibly tomorrow. Top 5 wrestling promotions. Natalia will sign. She's got to sign with WWE. We're gonna talk about WWE later tonight too. It's Saturday night. Thank you for spending your Saturday night. It's going to apparent to me that what I like and what I appreciate about pro wrestling and the way I like it presented was not happening at AEW, and that's not an indictment on them. Thank you, Fat Laces, for that. Kazarian talking about his reasoning for leaving AEW. Thank you, Fat Laces. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we got a great community like Noob, Fat Laces. Open chat. Open chat. He is kind of saying he's still the champ. Here's the real kicker. He never opened up the bag. He said and alluded to as the AEW championship. What if I'm just like marking out and it is a WWE championship that he won? Wouldn't that be a bigger shocker than him holding up the AEW championship that he won? Refresh me on what happened with CM Punk and his title. Did he just kind of like relinquish it? I totally forgot. Again, I've been busy the last month, and so. Oh, you got a name for me, Noob? Saturday Collision Chaos. I didn't come here to chase stars. I am a star, he says, on Saturday Collision Chaos. Noob with the name. God, yeah. Could you imagine? He still got in the bag. He never took it out. What is happening inside the bag? It may not be Damien. CM Punk out there. All right, we're talking about the TNT Championship right now. We're going to talk about belts. The TNT Championship will have something involved in our talk about belts. We're going to talk about WWE making new belts, 2 the same for each show. So we're going to talk about that. He is the star. He's the reason this show exists. You can say what you want. WWE or WWE. Warner Brothers wanted a 3rd show no matter what. Axis wasn't it. I got thoughts about that show. That was terrible. That is available on streaming right now. Sonic CD. Okay. I've never played Sonic CD. Was it on the same thing that Echo was on? Christian Cage coming out right now. Let's go down the matches here. Again, I'm positive Kent is showing up tonight. If I'm not, I don't know what to say. But this is it. Christian Cage coming out now. Luchasaurus versus Wardlow, the TNT title. Let me know if you think the mask is different. There was a thing with Luchasaurus. He was gone for a little bit because the guy who created the mask wasn't getting any licensing stuff from the merchandise. Let me know, other than being red, is the mask different or is it the same thing? I do like the new presentation though. What have you got? This is going to be it. This is going to be a trivia question years down the road. What was the first Dynamite? I know it had to have been a multi-man match. It had to have been Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness. JR must be coming out. second hour. So there's something online. GR has a black eye from something. I'm pretty sure he's still booked for tonight. Nigel McGinn. Ah, that's what it was. First match on Dynamite. Fat Lace has got it. The presentation of Wardlow is kind of like meh now. The reaction, not there. The look is there, oh man. Again, the physique. This title, we're going to talk about titles. This is not one of my favorite titles, and you can bookend that with the TBS Championship. Is Wardlow still doing it for you? Luchasaurus can still kind of come back, but he's in flux. I feel like he's the boss before you get to Christian Cage. What else have you all been up to? Thanks again for joining. It is a Saturday night AEW Collision. Nigel McGuinness, Kevin Kelly right now on commentary. They're okay. I like them both, but we'll see. WrestleMania Cup. Eric bought us a tasty lunch there, or dinner. It was mid-afternoon. We got this cup. Snoop is on the cup somewhere. Luchasaurus bigger than Wardlow. We're going to grade this at the very end. That's the last thing that we do is we'll grade Collision on what we thought of everything, presentation. I'm going to give the theme song a really good grade because I like how different it is. They got to work on how it is presented with it, like with the beats and like things that are said during it, just to make it seem like it matches. What's your favorite theme song in wrestling? I do like Dynamite's, but I do like the Union Underground Raw theme. See, again, he's got a match with Luchasaurus, but he's going after Christian Cage. Oh, man. So many movie premieres just up the street here in Hollywood. All on the same street, all bookend, Secret Invasion, The Flash. There's another one, and Indiana Jones. All within 3 days. Y'all live on streets. They're all presented on the same street at the same time. Craziness right here in Hollywood. Fat Laces. I bet these Chicago folks, their checking account just to... Let me just say this, Fat Laces. I used to live in Chicago. I love Chicago. Hardworking folks live in Chicago. Love Chicago, hate the snow, and I'm not moving back there because of the crime right now. That's coming from a guy who lives in LA. Something says about Gangrel. I'm glad Excalibur is not on commentary. I can't get with commentary anymore, and when I do watch Dynamite, I usually mute it. Excalibur just sells. He doesn't sell the match. He sells merchandise, upcoming shows, pay-per-views. He doesn't know how to call a match anymore because TK is Vince McMahon in his ear. And I'm not a big fan of Tony Schiavone anymore because everything is, I've never seen anything like this. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Like, all right. It's like they're telling you how to feel while watching Dynamite. This seems more like a fight night kind of feel to it. Picture in picture. Let's see if the first one is a short one. We're 20 minutes in. We'll talk some more fun stuff here in a bit. Again, we got a lot to talk about here. We're going to play trivia. It's going to be a short one. We're going to get back into things. It's a 2-hour show. Been absent for over a month. We're going to play some trivia. And most importantly, this is going to be the fun part about it. It revolves around the Flash and Ezra Miller, a meme contest. We'll see who can capture the picture the best and whoever gets it the best here in the comments. And if you're not watching live, make sure to comment on it as well. The winner will be put as a meme on our social media, Instagram and Twitter, which you can follow down below. And make sure you hit subscribe and that like button when you watch this. Help us out. All right, America's Got Talent commercial on. I'm kind of done with all these talent shows. The Voice is pointless. American Idol's pointless. These people don't even get like big residencies in Vegas anymore. This picture in picture feels like I'm watching Dynamite again. And it's not too much of a fault. A lot of times when I'm watching SmackDown and Raw, it kind of feels like I'm watching the same show, especially because they use the same backdrop instead of a Titantron. I miss the SmackDown punch. That's what I miss. I miss something different. Are you happy how certain booking is going with the new world title? Um, I like the Seth booking, but again, it's kind of like overly making it seem like he has to work harder as a champ to show that that title equals what Roman Reigns is. Um, Rhea Ripley needs to do more with the women and less with the men, I feel. I like what she's doing. They just need to like implement her more with the women as well. Asuka, I do like. I like what they did on SmackDown with Bianca and Charlotte. I'm a big fan of that because it's more stuff that can go to the title later on. And it's just more juicy storytelling, which means Asuka's clearly going to retain and have at least a couple more challengers before she gets to Bianca. And it could be three-way. Maybe it's SummerSlam, but I like it. I like Asuka with the title. I like Asuka's being presented. I think she should be a little more aggressive. They should do some backstage stuff where she picks on people, especially since she has the title now. But what do you think? Let me know. No Arn Anderson tonight. A Wardlow chant. Is Nigel McGuinness being a heel commentator? I kind of like that. He still comes across as being so nice. If you're watching across the pond, let me just say a British accent makes everything sound nicer. But this is what we got going on. We're going to talk all wrestling next. So let me know what you think of anything going on, just like Fat Lace is down there. If you want to start talking about anything now, please feel free to. Open discussion, Q&A type stuff. And if you want to get into it, we can get into Monday Night Raw. But I'm just glad to be back doing this again. I don't know if I'm going to be doing streams every week. New stuff has come up, new work stuff. So we'll see. I will be doing occasional streams, just not every week like I used to be. But make sure you hit subscribe and the bell icon so you know when I'm coming to you live. And I drink water from this delicious, delicious WrestleMania 39 cup. Do you see Luchasaurus as being a champion? I don't know if I'm going to say world champion, but I think TNT champion after he snaps on Christian Cage, and then Jack Perry is going to be in the rear view for him. I do think Nigel's working heel. Luchasaurus is big, man. Isn't that illegal? Let me know where you're watching from, too. We're right here live in Hollywood, California. It is pretty warm out. We're getting into summer finally. They're talking about Miro being in action coming up. It's going to be a jobber or someone very low on the totem pole in AEW because they're going to rebuild Miro. This is the third coming of Miro. We had video game Miro. We had really good Miro. And then Miro went away. So this is the third Miro. I hate that FTR is selling Chicago shirts. I don't know why. I just like F off FTR. You're not from Chicago. And if you are, F off. Wardlow checking the guns. Doing the symphony. Yeah, mid card definitely this is beyond hot potato. That should be a board game from AEW Milton Bradley. The TNT title hot potato game. Straps are coming off. A lot of time being wasted. After this, we're going to talk Raw, and we're just get into how wrestling's been in every organization. If I do not have a slide for it, bring it up like Noob. You bring up NWA. We'll talk about it. It's been raining all week and also into the weekend. Big thunderstorms and flood alerts. Oof. Stay safe. Thunderstorms are good though. You doing anything fun? Watching any horror movies? Playing any scary video games? This is when I would play like Friday 13th the game or something like that. Or I'd watch Clue. Or I'd binge some Friday the 13th. What you got, Fat Laces? What happened in your area? And let everyone else know where you're from and what the area is. If you don't wanna, if you're from parts unknown and you want to dispel where you are, that's fine. Is dispel a word? I don't know. Taking a month off. I'm trying to get the ring rust out. Oh, I got some stuff to talk about with the channel too later on. We're getting back at it bit by bit. Pensacola, Florida. Thank you for watching all the way from Pensacola, Florida. Flat Laces. Always appreciate you. And again, getting a hold of us on our socials. We love chatting with you. So Kevin Kelly is good on the mic. It's just he sounds more familiar than he does in like I don't know. I'm looking for a more of a fresh voice for this show. That's all. And not Renee for me. Everyone's saying why wasn't Renee for this? I don't think Renee is a full 2 hour voice. What? 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 Welcome to AEW Collision, Noob. This is the chaos you're talking about. First match, Luchasaurus grabs the title. As Fat Laces just said, how hot potato this title is. Unreal. And Christian Cage is holding it up like he won it. Christian is such a great heel, and he's such a great heel, like manager slash wrestler. Luchasaurus is the new TNT champion. This. All right, I want to talk about something with this show really quick. Let me talk about Fat Laces quick here. Powerhouse Hobbs is up, and Quiet Time Marshall. I really don't care what he has to say. So, local news authorities in Pensacola had a Japanese restaurant get shut down temporarily due to 7 patrons being hospitalized. Damn. Cooks were busted for meth in the meals. All right, they're talking Owen Hart tournament. I'm talking meth in the meals with Fat Laces here. This is Powerhouse Hobbs looks great for it. Powerhouse Hobbs looks like a Saturday night, by the way. Congrats, Luchasaurus. I'm sorry. Everyone look this up. Pensacola, Florida. Fat Laces said meth in the meals. That's like what Lunchables are made of. So Hobbs's new thing is going to another new thing. That's all Quiet Time does, is give him something new to go for. All right, I like this in between stuff. I like this. This feels more Saturday night, more energetic. Okay, the generic drums and guitar stuff, but I'm fine with it. All right. Congrats, Luchasaurus. Congrats, free meth in your meals. Let's talk about the week in wrestling and just what is going on in wrestling in general. All right, here it is. We're going to look up the reviews later on, maybe. Google search Nico's Japanese restaurant. All right, get your Raw thoughts and what you think is going on in Raw ready and let me know. Let me see if I can... Charlotte, North Carolina. Where's Pensacola? There's a sushi one named by that in Hollywood here. Pensacola, Florida. All right. I'm going to check out these reviews really quick. It's horrible. Spaghetti noodles with bad sauce. I'll have to look this up later. I'm getting like a lot of the Google ones. I'll check out the Google reviews. Let me know if it's like Yelp or anything like that. There's a good one. Let's check newest. Nobody should have food with drugs in it. Close this horrible place. Food is great. Hibachi experience enjoyable. I'll look up some better reviews later, Fat Laces. Okay. I'm gonna check out that news story too, man. I'm excited to laugh at meth in the food. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. What do you guys been thinking of Monday Night Raw? It has been kind of refreshing, but again, it's still 3 hours, so it's a lot to really digest. We do have the new titles, which we'll talk about and get your opinions on, but Cody versus Brock is not going to happen until SummerSlam, which I like. Hold off on it. I am a firm believer that too much Cody is a bad thing. Rhea Ripley, like we just talked about, needs to be around the women a little bit more, unless she's actually going to challenge a male superstar for something, which I don't understand why she would, since she has the women's title. Seth Rollins, again, like we talked about, is a workhorse for the sake of putting over the brand new title, because now Roman has 3. We'll talk about that. Other stuff going on with the women. Trish Stratus will be on. She's going to challenge Rodriguez on Monday night. Trish Stratus is going to be a regular throughout the year, or at least throughout the finish of her run. Otherwise, you got the tag champs on. You got Alpha Academy doing pretty good stuff. They don't know what to do with maximum male models. That's why Dupree is with Alpha Academy. But let us know what you think of Monday Night Raw, and if it's something that you're into, if it's something you're still watching. It is the dead summer space, so they are kind of feeling stuff out, but it's really heating up with Money in the Bank. So Monday Night Raw, let me know your thoughts on that as we're recapping the last match. NXT has been decent, but again, now we're fluctuating between people that are going to be going to the main roster and people that are going to be in NXT. So it's kind of a patching of the torch stuff with Braun and some other people. I apologize. TNT.com froze on me. Let me see if I can get it back. But let me know what you think about NXT. NXT is going into a brand new pay-per-view style show, but you got the Heritage Cup. That is being prominently displayed. Nathan Frazier picking that up this week, and it's kind of like a new title, but not. But let me know what you think of NXT as I reload Collision here. TNT, the app, it really doesn't like being used. But Gold Rush is coming up, and prediction-wise, obviously Seth's going to win. I do believe the belt will stay on Wesley. I'll say him and Orange Cassidy are the 2 biggest workhorses going on right now in professional wrestling. If you got other ones, let me know, because I'm not watching everything right now. The tag match, I really don't care about this tag match. So, and Dana Brooke, I just have a feeling she's there to job out again. Thank you, Fat Laces. Buddy versus Andrade is up right now. This app just not responding. But that is it. Let me know. The women's division is kind of shaping up a little bit here in NXT. They are bringing up some new talent as well. Obviously, Tiff needs some work on the mic. Last week, her promo involving all the women on there was very green. I thought her backstage segments has always been good, but Mello is still good. Just needs a little something, and Davenport is going to be a big deal in NXT going forward. Let me get to the match right here. Let me know what you think about anything going on in wrestling. So I try to pull up AEW Collision. Let me see if Can fix this. But thank you again for joining Saturday night AEW Collision. Brand new show debut episode. CM Punk came out with a pipe bomb and a bag with a title. TNT app, if you use it, I feel bad for you because right now it is trash. All right, I think we're coming back here. Let me know how the entrances looked for it. I did miss the entrances. Buddy Matthews versus Andrade. Welcome back chant for Andrade. Okay, this is good. All right, we're going to talk about this really quick here with this match. AEW Collision is now the island of misfit toys. It is where a lot, if you look at this whole lineup tonight, this match too, it's a lot of ex-WWE people, not against ex-WWE people being in AEW. But it seems like this Collision lineup and future Collision lineups are people who are ex-WWE people or people the elite do not get along with. So, and look at this too. The crowd is hyped for Andrade. It is something that when AEW started, a lot of people were like, oh my God, wait till this person goes to AEW. Wait till this. Andrade was a huge one. Buddy was a huge one. Chad Gable and Alpha Academy is a huge one. A lot of people weren't being used like Miro. And people were vocal about it on Twitter or what have you. AEW Collision, again, seems like a bunch of people that either complained in AEW and rubbed TK or the Elite the wrong way, or just people that rubbed the Elite the wrong way, and now they're sent over to the Saturday show. With that being said, we have members of the Outcast on tonight. Wouldn't it make more sense if this was more like an Outcast show? Also, if it was an Outcast show, it would seem more like the NWO coming into WCW and kind of taking over how they're supposed to have Thunder. So with that being said, should this show be more of an FU the Elite show, starting with PM Punk's pipe bomb that happened, or are you fine just being with it like the roster's kind of going back and forth? Because the way this seems is this is a place to shift people that give the EVPs issues. Also being said with the Outcasts make no sense to me if they're talking about people who don't get stuff in opportunities in AEW, when you have people like Andrade and Miro appearing tonight who did not apparently get opportunities, injury or no injury. Why don't men join the Outcasts? It makes it seem a little sexist why the women are in the Outcasts saying this and the men aren't. It kind of shows that the men get opportunities in AEW, but the women do not. Again, one women's match on the brand new show Collision, which could have been used as a stepping stone for Tony to bring his women's division into the forefront. That is my rant on AEW Collision, the Outcast, and how it could be used as the new NWO WCW. Let me know your thoughts on that. Oliver Vergara. Let me get that right. I'm sorry, it's been off for a month. Welcome back. Thank you. Good to see you again. And I appreciate the emojis, Daddy. Chloe Martinez, thank you for joining as well. I do like the Elton John song in the beginning. It is very refreshing. Like I talked about earlier, it just needs to be, the things in the video need to match what's going on in the song a little bit more and make the pops a little bit better. I do love it though. I love it as a theme song. It's different and it makes it feel like it's Saturday night. And thank you all for spending Saturday night with me. I shouldn't say with me. We're spending it together. Join our community. Love this community. Let us know what kind of videos you want to see too. We're kind of revamping. And if you know anyone who does logos, we're looking for a brand new logo. So if you know anyone, send us a message. We want a brand new logo. And we have some shows in the pipeline that we're working on. I don't know if we're going to get another look at it. Come on, you guys have instant replay. Val, thank you for joining as well. Thank you. I like it. I hope you like it as well. It's such a smart move by TK when he gets some of these songs. A lot of them don't work. I don't like Orange Cassidy's song. I don't like, there's another one. Oh, I don't like Wayward Son. I don't think it fits. That's just me. But thank you, Val, for speaking up and saying what you thought. Open forums here. Discuss anything. Buddy Matthews selling a knee injury. Hopefully he's not actually injured. I like Kevin Kelly. I really do. But, man, I wanted a fresher voice. Let me tell you something. We're going to talk about WoW in a second here. And I'm going to talk about someone who should be on commentary, and that's Holly Dead. Let's go through the rest of the week here. Let me know what you're thinking of wrestling throughout the week. We talk about NXT and Raw, so if you want to leave your thoughts on that, definitely leave them. Gold Rush coming up for NXT. Dynamite happened. It was okay. MJF versus Adam Cole is very good, but it was a very, like, we need to sell an injury because it's a qualifier match, so it's kind of like whatever. And the time limit thing came out of nowhere. I'm not mad at it, but it didn't, like, I don't know. Wardlow and Jake Hager, don't care about that. Jake Hager and his hat. Sky Blue and Tony Storm was good. They just, I think, made Sky Blue look overly strong for someone that they tried. They spent a lot of time not building the women's division up with Jade Cargill and the TBS championship. So a lot of these women are not going to go on to Dark and Dark Elevation since it's gone now, part of the new Warner Brothers deal. They can't just all of a sudden come out and look like they've been there for a while and have been having matches. That's what they did with Sky Blue, and just my thoughts on that. We'll see how Tony Storm does tonight with a matchup. The rest was okay. Sammy Guevara come back. I don't care about Sammy Guevara. I really don't. And Blackpool Combat Club, that was an Attitude Era main event, the way it happened. The moves, the whole match, and the ending with Ospreay and everything else. Eddie Kingston. Thanks for coming, Eddie Kingston. That's all I got to say. Who would my announced team be? I'm fine with bringing JR in for a second hour. I'm fine with Nigel. Nigel makes things sound like a fight. I don't want... My whole thing about Nigel, he doesn't have a personality. That's not a knock on him. But again, British people, I love you all so much, especially SCW Steve. Hope you're doing well, buddy. People from across the pond sound so elegant when they say things. I gotta say, there's got to be a female you could have brought in. There's got to be a female or a person of color, any person of color, to just change this up. Like, we need new stuff. We need fresh stuff. I'm going to harp on this probably for the next hour and a half. Why isn't the women's division shown more on this show? This is your chance. That's my thoughts on that. Something fresh. There's fresh people out there. There's new people you could have brought in. And my favorite announcers are on ROH. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman. Those are my two favorites if you want to know out there. But thanks for asking, Val. Let me know who yours are, who you would have changed this up with, and what you thought of wrestling this week. Sponsor MJF and Adam Cole. Bebe had me concerned. We'll just call it good selling, Fat Laces. Good on them. But I was worried too. Adam Cole is fragile. We saw how fragile he is on All Access. I'm going to rip on that show till the end of time. That sucked, and no one came out good from All Access. Just my opinion. All right, let's talk about SmackDown while this is going on right now. They're doing very slow. Match thoughts will be a lot faster. That's fine. Andrade's got to come back. What do you think of SmackDown so far this summer? Again, everything since WrestleMania. What a great time we had here. Has been good, and they've been doing a good lot of, I don't want to say cramming people in 2 hours, but it's so the opposite of Raw. Raw is too long. SmackDown seems too short, but I don't want a third hour. I think it's doing all right. I do like the promo with Bianca. I do think she's going to turn stone cold. I don't think full heel. Vince McMahon. What do you think of SmackDown, Vince? Thank you, Vince. Welcome back to the stream. Missed you too, bud. Thank you. And we're going to talk about this in a second. I'm going to come back to this new. We're going to talk about this in a second here, but SmackDown, let me know your thoughts on that. I think it's a fine show, but this, how big is this? How awesome was this last night? This was so awesome. I loved every bit of this. I cannot wait until Money in the Bank. Oh, I'm so excited for this. This was so well done. This has to be the best storytelling in wrestling in a long time. Great, pal. I love it, Vince. How awesome was this? I'm so excited for this. Val says, I like Mauro Ranallo. What are your thoughts, Zach? He was rumored for a while and then like totally debunked, saying he wouldn't be coming to AEW. I like Mauro too, but I like Mauro in small bits. I like Ranallo in pay-per-view settings. If they bring him in for pay-per-views and replace um people from the Dynamite team, I'm up for that. I watched the CBS show with him too, and he was fine on that. But I'll come back to that, noob. Are you ready for this? This Civil War storyline. And we didn't think this was going to happen unless Roman lost to Cody. Oh, we were wrong. Roman was right. They're cooking up filet mignon. This ain't McDonald's. This ain't Burger King. Civil War is here. And just Charlotte versus Bianca without the title involved. I love that. I like matches that don't involve belts. I think belts hold people back. With the right people, I think they're fine. Nice move. Buddy Matthews, Andrade, both are so excellent. All right, let me just talk about this really quick. Wow, Women of Wrestling. I love the show because you don't need to really follow it and watch it every week. I watch it most weeks. This is going to be your lineup this week. If you watch it, it's going to be on your CBS affiliate or Pluto TV Wednesday. And if you follow them on Instagram, they do a live watch along on IG. Good stuff here. It's just fun. It's like watching WWF and WCW Saturday night back in the late 80s and early 90s before the Attitude Era started up. So please watch WoW, support it. It does awesome ratings throughout the week. Very excited for WoW Women of Wrestling. All right, what do we have up next? All right, we're going to talk up Secret Invasion in a bit here. We'll talk up those belts here in a second here. Let's just watch a little bit of this match, and then we'll talk about the titles. Again, Secret Invasion blocks away. The Flash blocks away Premiere. Let me try to find the slide here. Miro coming up, and we're back here. Buddy versus Andrade is the battle of who misses the. Hey, you got me. I need to do a tally system. If you break me, you make me laugh, you get points. You guys do it every stream, so I gotta say, with the posts, it's got to be Buddy. Dom is. He said on his tweet. I don't really go on Twitter too often. Noop, thank you for hitting us up on Twitter. I do appreciate that. He said people should be slapped who clap in movie theaters. That's kind of the nice thing about watching movies here in LA. People clap, especially they'll stay for the credits because people who worked on the movies go see it with their friends. So you'll see someone who did like catering or lighting there with their friends, and they'll clap at the end. And they kind of a nice thing about watching movies here in Hollywood. So I always stay for the credits, even if I'm watching like an independent movie or drama or something like that, because it's a nice Hollywood thing. As the "This is awesome" chant, Fat Laces hits us up right here. We have more coming up here on the stream. This is a great match. These are the two biggest people that said need to go to AEW when they're in WWE. This is the rest of what we got going on here. We talked about the week in wrestling. Next up, we'll talk about the new titles coming up. We got Secret Invasion. We have Marvel's new slate. We're going to play 5 questions of trivia. We got news and rumors, and we're going to talk the Flash. And if you want Flash spoilers, I got them, Daddy. I watched the ending online because I'm not paying to see Ezra Miller. You fucking criminal. We have a meme contest too. Nice move. Nice move. Andrade is back. He's going to, hey, Buddy Matthews has the Dark Order. I'm for it. I have a meme contest for you at the end. If you win, your meme will be on our social media. It is a Flash Ezra Miller meme contest. So if you want to stick around, it'll be towards the end. It'll be during the main event. If you got to go step out and take care of some stuff. I know. Thank you for spending your Saturday nights. I know it's a lot to ask. Woo! Andrade won. He can do the woo. Charlotte would be proud. The figure 8. It's all intertwining. Andrade has returned. Oh, this is sweet. Oh no. Buddy says F that. He's part of the Dark Order. What does he want to like shake hands with? I mean, it's too early to break up the Dark Order. If you notice, the Dark Order is on all the Collision advertisements, especially Julia Hart. So take notice that he's being advertised. MJF peppered in there, but he was in tonight's until Punk actually was added in. So MJF is on a few of these advertisements. I like this. This is good. Let's start a Dark Order Andrade feud. This is Simon Miller, thumbs up. Hand jive. All right. Move this along, AEW. These blackouts with the Dark Order take way too damn long. Oh my God, who else did you think it was? Okay, Dark Order needs to be quicker about setting up in the ring. The Undertaker ones were either quick or they were long because he's going to do the entrance. All right, I think Andrade versus Brody King is next, and you're going to work like a video game. Boss, final boss in Aleister Black. Hey, let's answer this one for Fat Laces here. I do believe we had Aleister Black face Andrade in NXT. Yes. There go the lights again. Both of them had great NXT runs, by the way. Oh, that's it. They're just going to cut. Scorpio Sky promo. Kazarian not mentioned. They're not being used. Throw them on Collision. He's got a nice glass of wine. I got agua with the WrestleMania. No one can beat you because you're never on. Okay, they just had an ad for him and then it went away really quick. Let me know what it was. All right, let's talk these belts. I'll leave it up to you. You want to talk those belts or you want to talk Secret Invasion? What do you want to talk next? Let's shake it up, huh? We're almost at the end of the first hour. Let's talk about Secret Invasion. Take a sip for the working man. I like that. What you drinking? I hate that asshole. All right, Secret Invasion is happening this Wednesday on Disney Plus. I'm excited for it. Knock and I are going to try to do a breakdown of every episode every week. So if you are into Secret Invasion, let us know. Knock and I are going to do it like we did for The Last of Us. We did an episode breakdown every week, but make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon or just pay attention to our station here because if something comes up work-wise or life-wise, we might have to postpone it, not do it every Wednesday. It will be spoiler-filled, so be aware of that. But again, this will not be the comic book iteration of Secret Invasion, obviously, because it'd be way too expensive to do. The Secret Invasion, as we are in commercial here on Collision, is going to be with old MCU characters like Sam Jackson and people introduced in the MCU like Rhodey and people from Captain Marvel, and then new people like Emil Clark and Coleman. They're going to be in there as well. So again, join us here on the station week after week, 6 episodes. We are going to break down every episode and talk about them. We'd love to hear your thoughts after each episode, what you think of them. And as always, if you cannot catch us live doing these Secret Invasion recaps, please leave comments. Again, if you're not watching this live, leave comments. We comment. Everybody who comments, we comment back. Here's the deal. This is the Secret Invasion comic book right here. This is the story that it's based off of. Very cool stuff. You cannot do this in the MCU. Why? Again, it'll cost way too much money to bring all these stars back. This Secret Invasion right here is set in the past. It's not set in today's Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's set a couple years ago or more than a couple years ago. This Secret Invasion is going to be so costly to do. It's a fun storyline, big whodunits kind of stuff, just like the new one's going to be. But in the old Secret Invasion, you had actual like Avengers, you had X-Men, you had all these people that were Skrulls and like the mystery and the stuff that wasn't even in these 8 issues. So if you can find this out, please watch Secret Invasion and check us out every Wednesday. And please check this out. Secret Invasion comic book. Do you want to read the Secret Invasion comic book? I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to tell you how I read them. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Here we go. They got the CM Punk signs. Pay notice of these signs going to involve in the trivia later on. I'm going to put something in the chat right here. Tony Nese is in the ring. Okay, he's getting beat by Miro. I have something in the chat. Click on it. This is how I read comics to save money. Again, it's expensive living in Hollywood. In the link, you can check it out as Zip Comics. This is how you can read. I have the link up. I was going to do this on the station. Marvel versus DC from the late 90s. But just you can exit out of there, hit the search, type in Secret Invasion. You can read this Secret Invasion on your computer in beautiful HD. And if you want to read Marvel versus DC, DC versus Marvel in the Amalgam series, you got that in the link right there. All right, Miro's coming out. We're going to talk Marvel's new slate of movies in a little bit too. You're going to shut Collision down. Shut up. All right, Miro's coming out. Again, if you want to read comics for free, check out the link in the chat here. Tony Nese. Everyone said he's going to be better in AEW. Not so much. Like, that's the reason why a lot of main characters from Infinity Saga got written off or killed. Thank you, Noob. Exactly. It's costly to do these exactly how they're done in the comics. Oh my God. This is Rampage crap. The horns are out. We're about to be redeemed by the Redeemer. But again, it's trying to save you a couple bucks. If you want to hit that comment right there that I put in there, it's a nice free way to read some old school comics where you can save 20 to 40 bucks on a trade paperback. I do recommend supporting the comic books, but the comic books and the companies don't really support a lot of the makers when it comes to a lot of today's finances and, you know, movie stuff. But it's up to you if that's how you want to read comics. But as me giving it to you as a thank you for joining me here on AEW Collision Saturday night. Or Chaos, as Noob says. Yeah. I mean, him and what's his name from ROH? I even forgot his name. The guy that he's paired with Smart Mark. They're not really doing anything. And again, I do not subscribe to Honor Club. You can tell $10 is too much for me as I'm giving away free comic books on this stream. Not the biggest ovation. I thought he'd get a bigger ovation than this. You talking about it? Okay. Maybe they shouldn't have advertised Miro. Maybe not. It would have been cool to just kind of have his music hit. You could have advertised Andrade like they did. Andrade was supposed to go into the office like Thunder Rosa and Miro, but Tony Nese is just going to get jobbed here. He is going to bury Horowitz himself tonight in Chicago. They'll do anything tonight? It's Saturday night. You going out? You staying in? What are you doing? I give, Fat Laces. I give, and I give because you give back. Again, I gave you a specific comic book one that I just have up in my browser here because I wanted to do a read-along. Let me know if you want to do that. If you want to do a comic read-along, I will do read-alongs on this station. They're kind of fun. I'll do voices, but otherwise it's there for you. Marvel versus DC. Exit out of there. Hit search. Look up whatever you want. Death of Superman. Nightfall from Batman when Bane broke his back. I don't know if they have Image Comics on there or Dark Horse Comics, but let me know if you see them on there. All right, crowd standing. That's good. Half the crowd is involved. Tony Nese. Miro has like a number of years on his contract yet, so don't expect Miro to be jumping ship anytime soon back to WWE. I think Tony Khan pays attention to the internet enough to know that he needs to push Miro on this show. Like we talk about This show is the Island of Misfit Toys. It's where the Outcast should be taking over, like NWO should have taken over Thunder. Because, man, Thunder just fell off the face of the earth. Nigel McGuinness. I haven't talked this much in a month. Yeah, Nigel McGuinness is working heel. I like it. It reminds me of days with Jesse the Body Ventura, Bobby Heenan. It's just more fun. Taz goes in and out, especially if you watch Dark or Botchamania. He has more fun than he does heel commentary. There we go. The Redeemer is back. Him and CM Punk have the same haircut. The first hour is going to be ending here with Miro taking over. Who do you want to see Miro face off here in Collision? We got a House of Black Andrade feud. Who do you want from Miro? I do not. I need to follow him. I do follow Matt Cordona because I do like watching his toy stuff and a lot of 80s stuff that show old Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff. Huh? All right, that's it. It is not a coincidence, Fat Laces. All right, Miro picks up the victory. You shouldn't have to egg the crowd on. I'm just saying. I love you, Miro, but you shouldn't have to do that. Tony Nese jobbed out. They're talking about Fight Forever. We're going to talk about Fight Forever coming up. All right, Miro won. We're going to talk about Marvel's new slate coming up here. They're going to do a CM Punk package. So let's talk about Marvel. Let me know your thoughts on that. And yes, we will talk about the Flash later. Oh, goddamn. More CM Punk. All right. Here's what's up. Marvel Studios and Disney specifically moved a ton of movies up. Avatar's next sequels got moved up. A whole bunch of stuff got moved up. The Star Wars stuff is slipping in there. And even Sony announced 2 Marvel movies coming out in 2024 and 25. Here is Marvel's new slate of movies. Deadpool is now coming out May 3rd in 2024, which I am all for because Deadpool is filming, but because of the writer's strike, they cannot. Where's my pretty face? There's my pretty face. They cannot ad lib. How can you film Deadpool and not ad lib? They have to do exactly word verbatim while filming Deadpool right now. So pushing the date back is in hopes that the writer's strike ends so they can film whatever the hell they want for Deadpool 3. So I'm all for that one. Captain America, New World Order is now, I think not Brave and the Bold. That's Batman. Captain America 4 is coming out later. Thunderbolts, Blade. Let's see if that ever comes out. Poor Mahershala Ali, man. He really wanted that to happen. It hopefully will. Fantastic Four got pushed 2 more years to 2025. I do not like the casting that they have so far. You can look it up. It's not official. I'm just not happy with any of them, any of the 4 for various reasons. The Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars pushed up even further. With Jonathan Majors and now Namor facing various charges, Marvel is trying to figure out what to do. I don't think Jonathan Majors is going to be Kang anymore. So the Kang Dynasty might be turned into something completely different, or Kang might be recast, and Secret Wars is going to be so huge. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see if Dr. Doom or whoever comes into that. But that is what's happening in the Marvel side of things as the Outcasts are out right now. Let me know your thoughts on anything coming up here with Marvel. I'm excited for their slate, but they're really, really trying to figure things out. But here we go. We got a tag match here. Ruby Soho and Tony Storm versus Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. You gotta love Willow's music. Infectious. Check out the Willow videos from the New Japan show that Eric and Knock went to. Their seats are really awesome. A lot of the New Japan stuff. The match with Mercedes Moné and her injury are on as well. So thank you, Knock and Eric, for getting those shots, the Moxley shots, and all this New Japan stuff right here on the channel. All right. Another native, Chicago Sky Blue. Let's see how they push her. Hug with her mom. A lot of people's moms at ringside lately. I got to say, too, the crying in the ring needs to stop in just about every match right now. I didn't like when Sky did it like last week, I think it was, or the week before. Made no sense. But anyways, the Outcasts. Why aren't men joining the Outcast? Because the mission statement of the Outcast makes no sense with the men in AEW, and that's on TK, and that's a fault from TK. He painted himself into the corner with this Outcast. Slaps from the mom. Saying they form because they don't get opportunities in AEW. No men are joining the Outcasts, which means the men are getting opportunities. I hate the mission statement from the Outcasts. Also, in my opinion, Ruby Soho should be the women's champion, not Toni Storm. It is what it is. But the reason, obviously, for it is going to be All In, being presented in London. So therefore, they had to put it on Toni Storm so they can have someone take it off. Hopefully, Jamie Hayter's back for that. But any word on Jamie Hayter's injury, let us know. They mentioned Mercedes Moné right there, talking about the match with Willow. That belt was made for Mercedes Moné. Moné called an audible during the match because of her injury, which again, you can see on our channel that Knock and Eric got captured. There's a problem. Oh, I might have missed something. Sorry, I was looking at the camera. Let me know if Ruby got a headshot. I know All In is coming to London, but again, storyline wise, Ruby Soho should have been the champ. We're going picture in picture. The only match featuring women tonight. Jade Cargill, we'll see what they do with her coming up. Where do you go, Jade? Where do you go? She's faced everyone that's on there. Let's talk news and rumors, huh? Mr. All Power, how you been, Mr. All Power? Hope you're okay. Let's see if Ruby's okay. I missed it. Thank you, Mr. All Power. Good to be back. Good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great summer. The dad life. Bless whatever magic StreamYard's using because you can't see the bags under my eyes. That's how it is, but that's good. All right, let's talk news and rumors really quick here. And then we're going to talk the WWE titles. Let me find the news and rumors. Where are you? Let me know if you got any news and rumors coming up here. I have been out of the loop for the last like three and a half weeks. Started to get back into it this week. But everyone, thanks again for tuning in. Even if you're here just for a cup of coffee. News and rumors, let's go. This is the tweet the IG story that Nick Jackson put up here after the ESPN comments made by CM Punk, which was, in my opinion, a very soft interview. I don't understand what the stupid journalists out there were talking about. Ridiculous journalists in wrestling. I don't know journalists in wrestling. You typing in the comments, you're now officially a journalist in wrestling. But CM Punk had some comments about Hangman Adam Page and their match and how awful he thought it was. But Punk got responded to by Nick Jackson. Says not only is he good at wrestling, but he's an even better human being, talking about Hangman Adam Page. Let me know if you're on a side in this. I think both sides are kind of ridiculous in this, but again, it was soft interview, soft confrontation. AEW Collision sales. Let's talk about these really quick. These are ticket sales. The Chicago one is selling or sold. Almost sold out. A lot of free tickets were given away as well, as I was told in Chicago here. But if you look at this in Hamilton, Ontario, you got 800. I don't know exactly how many tickets each of these places fill. And before we talk about this, because we're going to talk about this in a little bit here, this has some implications on our next slide. The media did make it very much worse, and that cesspool Twitter, where everyone just has to have an opinion and like overly hype stuff, and like, oh my god, that made it worse too, Mr. Alpar. You are correct. Oh, did I say something? I'm sorry, Fat Laces. Sorry, I'm trying to put burdens on anybody. It happens in WWE. Also, Booker T fight Batista. It happens in NWA. Exactly. Yes. It's wrestling. Toughen up. All right. And CM Punk, if he does not want this to become his Thunder, if Tony Khan doesn't want this to turn into his Thunder, which Rampage clearly did, even though I love streaming it with you guys, I really do. This is a graph of what we just watched here. If you want to see how tickets are distributed here for Collision so far, this is, you can see, well, the duck is in the way. Otherwise, you could see the source up top there on the right. But that is it. Hopefully, tonight's show makes people go to Collision a little bit more here. WWE is interested in signing Hook, and apparently Taz is all for it. So we'll see what happens there. Taz says he loves being in AEW, so who knows? Obviously, being in WWE would be great for his kid as they see what they're doing with Dominic. That'd be a good match. Let me know if you're interested in seeing Dominic and Hook, but kind of interesting that Taz had to chime in on that as well. Next up, Carlito is reportedly signed with WWE and has canceled independent dates ever since Backlash, which is great. Very fun. Him and Savio Vega joining the LWO. Loved it. Loved that whole Puerto Rican pay-per-view. Loved everything. We'll see where Carlito winds up in WWE. Make him a part of the LWO, please. And MLW. Taz just love whoever is paying him. I'll agree with that. MLW lawsuit is still having with WWE, and they are not going to tamper at all with anything going on in AEW or where they're going to show up because that lawsuit is still happening. So look for WWE to play nice. And speaking of playing nice, Fight Forever comes out. You know who's going to be playing that? What a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me, the final boss. Knock, how you doing?
Return of the Mac. I'm telling you, return of the Mac. Oh, it feels so good to be back on the street with my boy Zach. I haven't seen this dude in like a month, man. It's crazy. Great timing. I'm sorry your boy is late. LA traffic is a killer. But we did try Portillo's. I don't know if you've had that when you were in Chicago, but
There's a Portillo's out here?
There's a Portillo's out here, man. It was great. I was telling Rocio, this is huge.
Dude, it's so good. I love Portillo's.
Yeah, we had. She really enjoyed the burger. I got a spicy chicken sandwich, and the milkshake was crazy. That was a little too much for me, but it was good.
Oh man, you're eating good. Knock, man, this is good. This has been a month now since we've done this.
Yeah, it's been a huge month, man. I don't know if you already told him we're gonna look at getting the what's it called, Marvel Secret Invasion. Some reviews out for that.
I did.
Okay.
And right now I'm just talking about Fight Forever, which you are trying to play when it comes out, correct?
Oh, day one, night one. As soon as this is up for pre-downloading, I'm downloading it. Real quick, how do you like the look of Collision? Everyone has some new gear on. The look, it looks a little different to me.
It looks different, but it also kind of looks like Raw with the red ropes. Not to shit on them for having red ropes, but yeah. I'm just saying it just a little bit it does.
Yeah, it does. Just a little bit there. The crowd looks like a nice sized crowd as well. Huge arena.
Yes. Big arena. The reactions are decent. I thought Miro's would be bigger than it was.
Okay. So who have you had so far?
So we had Miro squash the hell out of Tony Nese. Tony Nese did get some offense in there. And then we had Buddy Matthews have a great match with Andrade, and then the House of Black is going to start a feud with him.
Interesting. So House of Black versus La Facción Ingobernable.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. Did Willow come out with her New Japan Strong title?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
And they mentioned, Nigel McGuinness mentioned that it is, they mentioned Mercedes Moné. So.
Okay. That's good. Again, the big rumor was we're supposed to have Mercedes for Forbidden Door before she got hurt. That's a shame. Hopefully they can still get her for All In.
I do believe so. Some love for you here in the chat here from Sam Charm. Thank you for joining in, Sam. And Fat Laces saying hi to you. And Fat Laces just
hey, what up, boy? Fat Laces, what up, bro? You got the P Cola for CM Punk coming back. Oh, this guy Blue picking the victory. Oh,
Yep,
this is
she
her
picked it up.
hometown too.
Yeah, they're building her up. We'll see. Again, a lot of people that Jade squash, they have to build up anyway. So
Yeah. I love her version of the sunset flip. It's different and it works. It doesn't seem a little too forced with the setup. It's nice and quick and it works.
yeah. All right, that is the women's match. The only women's match. It lasted just over 10 minutes with entrances. I think we hit maybe 12 tops. So that is it. And now we're talking about the Owen Hart Cup.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of seemed like it's been like an afterthought this time around. They pushed it back. The finals was at Double or Nothing last year. They kind of pushed it back to just the summer of AEW now. So we'll see how that works out.
So Powerhouse Hobbs had a segment with Quiet Time Marshall that's his next thing now. Now Quiet Time has him going after something else, and now it's the Owen Hart Cup. So that was a segment earlier.
Okay. There's no excuse now not to use Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, even CM Punk. He was saying this is their time to shine. These are the two guys he wants to be the new up and comers. So you got to give him TV time, and it's true. Like me and Zach, I think we don't disagree. We don't agree on a lot of stuff, but the one thing I think we did agree on a few months ago was Ricky destroyed MJF on the mic when they went back.
Annihilated him,
and you don't see him getting the same opportunities or like another chance to talk to the mic again.
Nope. Speaking of talking, what do you think about this announced team? JR has not come out yet. There is a picture of him online with a black and blue eye. I did not look at it. I don't know how bad it is. But we have Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness, who is now working a heel commentary. Wow. What do you think of this lineup?
I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's a miss.
Yes.
No disrespect to anybody. I love Nigel McGuinness. Trust me. I like that guy. He's been a killer in the ring. Great on commentary. JR's a legend. Don't get me wrong. And Kevin Kelly, he's the voice of New Japan for the American audience. But I think we could have threw some different flavor in here, some different like energy. You had a lot of people on the bench. You had Ring of Honor. I thought was killing it. I thought they were going to get called up, honestly. A Mark Henry, who I thought was like working on it. That's what Mark Henry and Big Show were doing. They were working on their commentary for a spot like this. I thought maybe Renee might jump back in. There's just room for other energy here that I think we're missing with AEW.
I agree. I'm not a big fan of this commentary, and Kevin Kelly is very good at what he does, but he doesn't bring anything great to it. And I do like the fact that Nigel is working heel. It's not like outlandish. He cannot pull off a Bobby Heenan heel. But I still like that it is a heel, and he still calls matches better than Excalibur, because Excalibur just sells whatever's coming up on Dynamite or next week.
Yeah, and that was a huge thing. Him tripping over his line, trying to get everything out. People love that, or like I don't know, that's their thing now. But there's just here's my pet peeve too, also with the AEW Dynamite commentary and a lot of AEW. When someone hits their finisher, I don't want to hear, oh, what was that? What's the name of that? And no energy. Just sell that. Bring the energy. Oh my gosh. The whatever, like just say something. Bring the energy. Don't just let that moment die. Like I hate that so much. That's a huge pet peeve of mine.
I agree with you. I'm just gonna cover up some things here. Again, Knock and I are gonna do Secret Invasion starting this Wednesday. Again, hit subscribe because we don't know if we're gonna hit every Wednesday for sure. We both have a lot of random stuff going on in life, but are you excited for this?
I'm very excited for this. I think, like we were talking about it earlier, the premiere had the first 2 episodes, a lot of great reviews. I'm a huge fan of the Skrulls. We got to see a little bit of them with Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they expel on that. And like in that movie, they were kind of like not the heroes, but they're painted in a good light. But like as it did specify in that movie, they were at a war. The Skrulls have a lot of nasty villains in their ranks, which I'm very excited for. I don't know if we'll get Super Skrull, but I'm hoping for some cool stuff here.
There's a clip that seems like it's Super Skrull, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, hope, and if they do him right, because he was a beast. I've ever seen him in the comics or in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes animated series. If you guys caught that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't the Skrulls more involved with some of the Civil War stuff or more of the not Civil War actually? There's some other main storyline before Secret Invasion, before the Secret Wars. I thought they were involved in.
They might have been. I go in and out of comics from the past, but recently I'm not too much. But I put it in the links. Knock, I'll send it to you and Eric in the chat. A link that I go to read comics. You can find it if you scroll back into the live chat. I have it in there. A link that I read comic books on. I have the link where you go to Marvel versus DC. comic. If you just hit search and hit Secret Invasion, you can read Secret Invasion on there. High definition pictures, the whole thing. I'm just trying to save everyone some money. This is how I read comics. But join us every Wednesday, man. I'm really excited for this.
I am too. So we'll see. And then Sam Jackson, you back in there. He made a joke recently. I seen an interview. He was like, how come he's never been to Wakanda? Like he would be in all the Marvel movies if he was up to him.
Yeah. Super Skrull might be the villain for Fantastic Four. That got pushed back, but yeah, you got a point there. CM Punk, he got a great reaction tonight, and there was a Double J promo for your Impact fans out there.
Double J out here killing it, man. He's been on fire. That crowd looks nice. That's a good shot. I'm happy for AEW. I didn't even getting shit at all with a lot of their camera side shots, but that's a nice size crowd.
Okay, you joined us like 5 seconds after I got done talking about this. These are the sales right now for Collision.
Hit me. Let's see. Oh, okay.
So you can just see the graph.
It's the Hamilton, Ontario. See, those Canada ones are tough because, like, you just go into that's a lot of Canada dates.
It is. We'll see. I think a lot of people are waiting on this. It is summertime. People got plans, so we'll see. This all got announced within the last month.
I think this proves also that, like, the whole waiting to the last minute to announce your card, it's starting to wear off. You got to get the booking proper for that.
I agree.
How you think? How's the feel for you for a Collision and like the whole sound or the stage of it? And because the stage looks pretty nice to me. It looks clean.
It does. I think I like that. It does look clean. It looks different from Dynamite, and it has the different levels, kind of like Dynamite. So it doesn't look like the big Tron that WWE has. So it is nice. And then in the middle, it's cut off. So you see like Wardlow's TNT title, which he lost tonight. He lost to
what?
Luchasaurus. Hot potatoed again.
Okay, I'm actually not that shocked because I figured you got to give Luchasaurus some credit for like this change with Christian Cage and whatnot. But it's a little random. I think I don't know. That's surprising.
Yeah. Christian Cage acting like he won it, so he's being a very good heel manager.
Yeah.
Christian Cage is good.
I wouldn't be surprised if he walks around carrying a belt.
I'm sure he will. Fat Laces, thank you. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Daddy ass, father ass is in the ring right now, looking like a Barbie extra.
Actually, yeah, he does.
I'm gonna have a short up. We went to a Barbie exhibit last month. I'm just gonna save and put a short up when the Barbie movie comes out next month. The exhibit fucking sucked, but
I mean, Barbie's going head to head with Oppenheimer. Should be interesting.
What do you want from Collision? Is there anything specific?
I just don't want it to turn into Rampage in the next few months. I want them to care about the booking. I don't want them to have a divide with the not just the fan base, but with the crowd or the locker room. I just wanted to Raw and SmackDown. They're two established. I know it's A and B, but to me, they're both like the A shows. They're established shows. Yes. It's good to be a part of them. I want Collision to be that for AEW, so we can have Collision and Dynamite.
I do too. I went on a long rant about how Collision should be. It shouldn't be the Island of Misfit Toys because the Elite and TK have issues with it, but it seems like what it is tonight. But we'll see how it plays out.
They just got to understand. I think who said it? I think CM Punk was he reached out to the Young Bucks to try to talk. The lawyers got back to him saying not to speak, and he also said it would make money to have that storyline be put into or the real life be put into the storyline. But he already got told no, that's never going to happen. I think that might be. How do you feel about that? 'Cause I think that might be a little bit of a mistake. That's
a huge miss. That would interest me way more than CM Punk versus Jericho or CM Punk. I love Samoa Joe, but just putting him in a feud with Punk just because they had ROH stuff is not more juicy and more appointment TV than what you just mentioned.
Yeah. Do they need to establish a feud right away? There needs to be a surprise in this 6-man main event later tonight, something, or are you just fine with a clean go home win?
You know what's coming up. This is the surprise right here. I'm telling you, this is how it's going to happen. This is part of the Punk deal to get him back in here with Collision. We have the build up to Forbidden Door in 2 weeks. This is going to be a big sell for TK. I do believe this is how it's going to end tonight.
Okay. Kenta. Have you seen some of the discourse on Twitter? Kenta's been responding, and CM Punk hasn't. But pretty much, I don't know if it's a work or not. Every single day, someone tweets about CM Punk versus Kenta, and Kenta actually responds saying, "Oh, if he wants this to happen, you got to pay me the money. Give me the big bag, the money." He said he felt disrespected that TK didn't consult him before even considering this match, and he was responding to just people talking online, and he was saying like, "Oh, give me the money. I need the big money for this match." All just constant stuff. So, do you think that's a work, or do you think like this might be some legit stuff?
This is a Jericho style work when he just said, "Oh, I'm never facing Sting," and then the fucking next night he's
Yeah.
facing Sting. That's what this would be, because even Fat Ladies Kenta would be fired, yes, and that's what's going to happen. He went from saying, "I don't care about this match, I don't need this match." Then Punk was actually advertised for Collision, so some deal was done with TK and Punk, and then it changed to "Give me the bag, pay me all the money for it." I think he's selling, and this is what's going to happen.
I think he is too. Oh, we're getting a TBS championship match already. Taya versus Chris. I thought they would play this out a little longer. I thought this was the next feud for Chris. Okay, Dynamite's looking nice. Dynamite's looking real nice. Yeah, I'm ready for Orange Cassidy to lose that belt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He should have lost it to who did he just face like a week or two
Swerve.
ago? Yes. Oh, that was so perfect.
I was ready for it, man. The Hardys versus the Guns. They said I think the Hardys debuted in wrestling against the what's his name, Billy Gunn, back in the day. Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's more shine for Mark, I guess. Forbidden Doors 1 week. 1 week.
That's gonna be insane, but we need some more matches.
Yeah, Hardys versus Guns should be fun.
I hope they got the women's stuff sorted out with Forbidden Door. Like, you can't go 2 years in a row without a women's match on the card. It's crazy. I know they said you got it.
I was gonna say, doesn't Stardom have an event the same day?
So Stardom has an event the same day. They also, I guess the rumor was some of the talent, or a lot of the talent, doesn't have visas to work in Canada. So that was some of the issues. Right. But I just feel like they had to have worked something out with some of the talent. Like, not all the talent's gonna be in that pay-per-view. There's a lot of people you could go after. You just need like 1 or 2 matches just to have a women's match on there, have some type of representation.
You gotta. I don't understand like why. And again, tonight too, this was TK's chance to make a show seem different and have at least one more women's match on.
And that's where I think another miss might be. Like, what I wanted from Collision, I wanted a proper announce team, just a nice setup with the stage and everything, make it feel different. And I also wanted some diversity for some people, like get the women on the card.
Yeah, I agree.
You got 2 championships. TBS championship could have been here as well. Chris could have been here to build herself up.
All right, Knox, since you just joined in, what do you want to do next? Do you want to talk about the Flash quick?
I was just talking about this actually with my girlfriend. We were headed this way. So it's getting crazy reviews. I'm seeing like a lot of great stuff, a lot of bad stuff. People are loving Supergirl. I'm gonna see the Flash. I don't want to support Ezra Miller. That's my thing.
Yes,
this man out here. If he was anybody else, he'd have been canceled.
100%. Where's my Flash guy? Okay, here we go. I watched the ending of the Flash. I watched the post-credit scenes of the Flash. I do have stills of them up here. If anybody wants, maybe I can put them up later if you want this spoiled. But I will say this: it feels very forced. But that's just me.
I feel like I'm just I just want to see the Batman. I want to see the Batmans. I want to see all the other stuff. I've kind of been spoiled already without even looking stuff up. Supergirl, I've heard great things about her, so I want to see that.
Yes.
So I don't know. I did see she came out and said she has a big fight in the movie that was a little too much. They cut a lot of it, and she wants to see the full version of it. It just got a little too violent, which I'm a little disappointed in.
Yeah, that is too bad. I've heard great things about her too. I've also heard that it looks, I think you posted on our IG stories. Again, you can find down below. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about, I have a Flash meme contest coming up during the main event. There's a Flash poster that they released. I want your funniest take on there. The winner I will make into a meme and post on our social media. You can find the links down below. And especially if you're not watching live, leave a comment. I'll wait a day or two. But there's a Flash poster they shouldn't have released that they released. But the Flash seemed very cartoon looking rather than real life looking. And that's where a lot of it threw me off. And I'm glad I didn't pay money to watch what I watched.
Okay. I did post that because I know exactly what you're talking about. So I think the director who came out and said a lot of crazy stuff. So he said 2 things that like bothered me. He said Ezra was such a good Flash. He was the best version of Flash ever. No one could play it like he did, and he did so good that people are gonna forget his mistakes that he's done in life. And I'm like,
No.
bro, come on now. So that's strike one. Strike two, he said some of the VFX is bad on purpose because he wanted to give you the perspective of Barry. Now, listen, I get it. We get the perspective. He's looking a little crazy reacting, but that's not an excuse to make the VFX look terrible,
Right.
especially if they got it right in a TV show with Grant
Right.
Gustin's version of the Flash. Like, let's be real here. Come on with these excuses. And now, with all that being said, I'm gonna lead it up to you, Zach. I think the rumor, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, he's gonna be the director. I think of was it Superman or Batman?
Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yes, he's getting the Batman Brave and the Bold. How do you feel about that then?
All right, here's my thing. I had an encounter with him at our last job. He's a very, very nice, cool guy. I did something for him, and then we wound up having like a half-hour conversation about horror movies.
Oh,
I hate. I'm trying not to swear now. On these streams.
Monetization.
I wasn't a big fan of It Chapter 2. I wasn't a big fan of what I saw. Yeah, both It's were. And I'm not a big fan of this Flash of what I saw for it. I know he's very passionate about the end credit scenes and what happened with it. He's such a passionate guy about what he's passionate about.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's almost like an independent. It's almost like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes in AEW was very passionate about stuff, but he needed to be reined in WWE to like streamline his storytelling. That's how I feel. So maybe his new deal with Warner Brothers, he has a first look deal, and being part of James Gunn's universe will rein him in a little bit more than what he was allowed to do with this.
I can see that. I do think I do see the passion. So we'll see.
He's such a nice guy. I just feel bad shitting on it.
Yeah. I hope it's good. Like I hope he, besides Ezra Miller, I hope it's a good movie. Bullet Club Gold's out here. We're starting the main event 30 minutes away from the cutoff time. So that means this is gonna be a really long match or some shit's going down.
I'm gonna say Kenta's coming out, and this would be funny, noob. If MJF didn't show up if he no-showed Forbidden Door, I would laugh. I think that'd be perfect MJF move.
That'd be perfect. I think they should give him somebody else who's gonna no-show to try to pull that off. Him against no-show Tanahashi would be crazy.
No, that would be pretty bad.
Bullet Club Gold. Are they growing on you? Because for me, I'm stolen them right now. I'm loving what they're doing.
This is where we disagree. I can't. I feel so bad for Jay White. It's just like
he's doing good. Like it's working. They're getting over. It's hard to throw somebody in, but they just joined to the top. Even though we know the history of him being the top guy in New Japan right now, but it's working for me.
All right. Let me just hit this up really quick.
It's growing on me. They're getting me.
Black Alec, thank you for joining. Miss you, buddy. What is the best superhero movie you watched? And his favorite is Black Alec, whoever you are. Thank you for joining. A Dark Knight and the first Avengers movie. Love both of those. What's yours, Knock?
Ooh, good ones. So mine's are tough because I love Dark Knight as well. I got to see, I love those movies back in the day because I got to watch them with my brother. Me and him, we've seen all the Batmans together in the theaters, so those really good moments. Recently, Black Panther, man, like because of me and Zach's previous job, that environment for me was just special. So I really enjoyed Black Panther and Infinity War.
Nice. Endgame will always get me, and The Crow. If you can go to the 90s movies and watch The Crow, especially with him losing his life on set, I love The Crow so much. All right, let's get to these chats really quick here. He won't bring up your opinion on Juice. Always call him the landscape hobo from the county here in Florida. I'm with you, Fat Laces.
Shit. There he is. Hunk back on AEW programming. Freaking out right now. He's fanboying right now.
That's right. Punk is back. He had a good promo. Watch that promo, Knock, if you get a chance to. He had some good jabs at the Elite.
Okay. Listen, Zach, at this point in time, man, does Dax love CM Punk more than Bret Hart?
Oh, that's tough. I think so because he gets to physically touch CM Punk. I don't think Bret Hart's the biggest FTR fan.
Yeah.
They got Bret Hart jackets or hoodies, not even jackets, hoodies. Knock, when I saw CM Punk jogging, he had longer hair. How do you think CM Punk looks right now? He's wearing pants. I saw him in the shorts with the running shoes. He was looking fit. He was looking like he was ready to go. The cardio was there.
I think he's been in the gym. I think he's been working. I don't think he's just showing up, you know, out of the blue working. I'm excited to see what happens. Him and Joe's gonna be insane. Hopefully he's not worried about people hit him too hard because Joe's gonna pop him.
Joe's gonna pop him. Joe's a good move for an opponent, and I think putting Bullet Club Gold against FTR, I think that's gonna be a
Great
feud
move.
going forward.
I'm almost positive. Correct me if I'm wrong, because Joe's had a lot of crazy matches. Him against Kenta Kobashi, against AJ early in the day. But I think CM Punk versus Joe was the match that put them on the map early days of Ring of Honor.
There's a chant going on. I don't know what they're saying. Knocking anyone in the chat. What is
I
your
got my
thought of
volume a
how
little low, so it get
Jim?
picked up.
Oh, it's okay. What are your thoughts of Samoa Joe in Twisted Metal with the Will Arnett voiceover?
I don't know if I'm fully behind the Will Arnett voiceover, and I want to see a little more before I get sold on the show. But Joe's gonna kill it. I mean, Joe knows how to work. I mean, he's been wrestling for what 20 something years. So
Yeah,
as far as the physicality and stuff, he's gonna bring it. The voice, I'm not too sold on yet.
I agree, especially because we're running through Arrested Development right now, and that's all I can hear is Job from Arrested Development. So,
Yeah.
and those Reese's commercials. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know voice works easy for him, but
Well, when you use your voice, it's not that much of a challenge.
yeah. Knock, do you want to talk about the new WWE belts? I think that and trivia are the last two segments I have, and we have 25 minutes left.
As far as the new WWE belts, here's the only I love them. Like I've seen a lot of discourse on the internet. I don't know what your opinions. I think all of them, the women's and men's, look great. I'm not even mad that they just changed the belt color because it looks nice and it's good because finally like the women's title can be perceived as the world championship. It's a world championship, so I like that.
Right.
The only thing I don't like involved with the Roman stuff. Why is he still carrying around three belts? What lineage are we following now? Is it WWE lineage? Is it the Universal lineage? What are we doing here? So, and then what is his third belt if he's still walking around with the other two? So that's my only issue. It just does not make any sense. Like you got to retire one of those belts and have one world championship for Roman. So that's my only issue. But the belts, for design, they grew on me. I like them.
Okay. I'm with you to an extent. Like I'm yes and I'm no. I just the W is so big
It
on
is.
Romans and Oscars, but I'm glad that the red and the blue are gone.
Yeah, and that's my main thing. That's what I've been saying for years. I don't want these toy belts. Just give me the gold. So they did
Yeah.
that, and yes, there could be some touch ups for me that could make it look better. But I'm happy that it's back to being gold,
Right.
like the Bullet Club gold.
Blah. This is why I guess I'm not too like overly upset about the WWE belt is because this is what they do, and I guess it's fine
Yeah,
because as long as they calling it the Raw and the SmackDown one, I think was my big issue with it.
that was my issue with it because then you do the what do you call it, the draft, and now you have to do a hand me
Oh,
of the titles, or it just didn't
oh,
make sense. Like
hated that.
that was whoever's idea. I'm sorry, whoever's idea. That was stupid ass idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree that there is a thing that the internet is talking about how it does look cheap to doing it, but again, I guess I'm kind of used to this belt. The new belt I'm fine with that they did it back to back with, but they could have made it a little bit different for the women. And I'm just, I don't know. Like these were very easy for me to make just because
Yeah.
of like making jokes about this belt.
Here's my thing I'm curious about too, because which is I guess kind of getting forgotten about, but they were bought by the parent company of UFC. UFC
Yes.
has the uniformity in their belts with weight divisions, and with the men's and women's, they all look the same. So I wonder if that might have been a note
Ah,
from them saying, "All right, we got to have some type of uniform here with the belts."
that makes sense.
That's just
Uh,
speculation. Outside looking in, I have no inside information on that.
okay. It makes sense though. And again, going into other people's belts too. I mean, the big WWE thing on the front isn't that much different from AEW's heavyweight championship.
Yeah, it's not. But to me, if I look at these belts, the AEW one just looks more pleasant with the logo in there. I would
Yes.
put the WWE one with the TNT and TBS belts as like, oh, it just doesn't look completely right. It sticks out.
Right. Again, the TNT and the TBS ones are really terrible, but the women's belt in AEW looks really good. It looks like a
Yeah,
belt a champion would walk around with.
that's the better. That's like the third version of that belt, and
Yep.
it's a really good one. Here's CM Punk getting tagged in. Let's see what he
CM
does.
Punk. I not a big fan of the pants on him. It just looks like he's going out and mow the lawn.
Oh man. So this is obviously Chicago. So we all knew what this would look like. But do you think we'll still get this warm reception for him going forward?
That's what we talked about. I don't know, especially like a Canadian crowd can be very polite or they can be unbelievably gnarly.
Yeah. Just ask Roman.
Yep. And of course, in the beginning, they had to show I'm still trying to milk this Brock Lesnar guy.
I seen him again, man. Yeah, I hate seeing that guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was at Double Nothing too. I seen him
Ugh.
a little more up front.
Is any day laundry day with this Brock Lesnar guy.
Oh shit. Punk and Joe spatting at each other. This is another
Yeah.
duo. I would love to see him in the ring, on the mic. They both would kill it.
Yeah. I think Punk had one of his best AEW spots on the mic tonight.
Oh, so he came out and talked?
He came out first. He opened the show.
Okay. Did anybody else say anything, or was it just him by himself?
No. So here's the thing. Let me just hit Fat Laces earlier in the comments here. I do appreciate the comments here. I do need to check this podcast out. I do see commercials for it when I watch stuff on Hulu. So thank you, Fat Laces. I will need to get some stuff when I have to stay up late at night now. He carried out a red bag, and Fat Laces, I think, was the one who said it was Damien inside. It looked like Jake the Snake's bag that he carried the snake out in, but he alluded that he had the belt in that he never lost, the AEW title, but he never brought it out.
Okay.
But he said until he gets pinned or submits, he's not relinquishing that belt.
Wow. I kind of dig that. He said before he had no idea what he was going to say on the mic until he just got out there. Do you think any of that might have been like just off the cuff, or like he really put some time in it? They kind of set up a story for him.
I think he wrote it. I feel like he is someone who goes into a rap battle with stuff that they've written and they have like notes on.
I can see it. I mean, it was either him or I guess one of the most irreplaceable, undeniable producers in the game who I never heard of, Ace Steel.
Oh my god.
We can't just let him go.
What does this guy get us? Whatever.
Bro, like I know Eric on the podcast, our CEO, who we haven't seen in a bit. He would always talk about how Otis he has something on WWE to be getting the storylines he gets. I believe Ace Steel has something on somebody.
Let me talk about have something on somebody. So Daniel Bryan is now involved with creative. Ace Steel is reportedly involved in some of the creative with CM Punk or Collision,
Yep.
and now Dax is reportedly involved. Dax,
No
I'm sorry,
way.
Dax is drier than gin. There's no way I would give him a pen and paper for anything. Now that he's involved in something, I'm gonna be able to rip on a lot of storytelling in AEW.
It really makes me think. I really wonder what goes on backstage, like because I know obviously TK's new to this. Like a lot of the reports saying Cody was like the one helping him write the TV show and how to format it, which is fine. But I just wonder how much work or how much percentage people get in to put in the storylines.
It's just if we can get more into the women, where it's not just about the titles or the Outcast, then I'd be happy.
Like I know they have Madison Rain back there. Who else they got?
Yes.
I thought there was somebody else. I think Mercedes Martinez is now back there doing some stuff.
Okay.
I would go after Gail Kim. I know she's like TNA all the way, but
Yes.
I would at least make an offer. See what she says. If she says no, she says no. But I would say, hey, we can offer you this, have you come backstage, be like a authority figure, help us out with some storylines, just something. Do some training. I would make her an offer.
I would too, and yes, I do kind of pay attention to Impact. She was just doing some stuff with Joe Hendry with Impact, so I mean that's her blood right there.
Yeah, and I respect the loyalty. Like she stuck with him longer than I think her greatness deserved. To when they had that dip, but she's a mainstay there. She's the greatest knockout of all time. No one can take that away from her.
Yep. Yeah, Joe still. I don't think Joe is ever going to not get it because he knows his body so well. He's not
Yeah,
like trying to match anybody's style. He just knows his style and he does so well with other people. He's almost like AJ Styles. If you can hang with AJ Styles, I don't need to be you in the ring.
exactly. And there's a lot of guys like that where I think Joe can, if Joe Rogan wrestled 20 more years, he could because of his
Mm-hmm.
style, his presence, his ability to talk in the mic. A guy like Samoa Joe, New Japan has Minoru Suzuki, who just he's
Mm-hmm.
not doing all this jumpy, flippy stuff. He's just in there and he has that presence. So and he knows
Yes.
how to work. There's a few guys like that around the world.
All right, let's see how everyone out here does. I have 5 trivia questions for today. Let's see if
Damn.
you can beat Knock with trivia. These are very simple
Good
trivia
luck.
questions. It's only 5. And let's go. So type in your answer. Let us know if you can get it before Knock does. Again, I cannot see if you ask Jeeves or what you do on your side of the computer. But just to pass some time here as we see Samoa Joe annihilate Dax with punches. Question number 1, how old is CM Punk?
I'm gonna go with a quick 42.
Baby. Okay, Knox is 42. What did you say in the chat? How old is CM Punk? It is not his birthday. He's just kind of like the headline for tonight. I got a couple more Punk questions, and kudos to whoever made the CM Punk cake with all the little fists and the cupcakes.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Let us know in the chat what they're chanting. I do believe there's an F word in there.
It's Chicago.
Oh, I think it's F your sign. I think someone had a sign up. Let me say how soft the wrestling community is. Try going to a show during the Attitude Era. I was bobbing and weaving signs. I caught maybe 10 to 15 minutes of a 2-hour Raw when I was at a Attitude Era Raw. Be lucky.
This actually reminded me of something. I didn't get to bring it up. I went Double Nothing a few weeks ago for AEW Las Vegas. And during the Claudio match, someone had the nerve to bring in a beach volleyball, and they were hitting it around. I don't know if you guys seen that on the broadcast. But on behind the announce table, there was a beach volleyball being hit all around, and eventually got to my side, which is close to camera. Didn't quite make it before finally someone took it and tried to pop it, which I'm like, great. This is just stupid. And why is it always during the Claudio matches?
Right. I mean, even he's got to be like sick of it by now.
Yeah, someone got to be doing that shit on purpose.
Yeah. CM Punk is 44. He will turn 45, Mr. All Power, this October.
Thought I had it.
Still headlining in his 40s.
Fat Laces had a 41.
Yeah. All right. What is the cable network in Canada that's broadcasting Collision right now? If you're watching from Canada, Not got it. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
Not got it really quick. Bonus point. What number TSN is broadcasting Collision?
Oh, no idea. TSN.
So it's like FS1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like that. So what number TSN, now that Not got it, is broadcasting Collision? To all you Canucks watching up there in Canada, we appreciate you. Hit subscribe and make sure you're watching and something. One day you'll probably have high definition up there, and we're rooting for you.
TSN is like their ESPN for us, and that's like their big one. You want to get on there? I seen them announce that like maybe a week or two ago.
Okay.
Or maybe last week I think they announced it. But no, TSN, what? I have no idea the number. More advertisement for Fight Forever while you guys get your guesses in. I do plan on playing Fight Forever as soon as it comes out. I have some ideas with the videos. And now if you guys have PlayStation, it's a lot easier to upload your gameplay. So definitely
nice. TSN the Ocho. I love it. Another Jason Bateman line right there. Fat Laces hitting them all tonight. Or involved with Jason Bateman. It is TSN 2. Nice and simple right there. 12 a.m. Canadian time.
Has CM Punk touched Jay White? Have they fought yet? I don't think they.
I don't think so.
Together. I think it's just been Punk and Juice, Punk and Joe.
Yep.
I mean that's the feud he talked about. CM Punk versus Jay.
That was there's CM Punk versus Jay White, CM Punk versus Mojo, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, and I think there was one more.
Miss me with that. That's a Jericho idea to the max. I'm good.
I want to be far away from that. Anyone see Transformers Rise of the Beast? Who plays Air Razor in Rise of the Beast? It is someone who has been in Rise of the Beast Wars and in the comics. So they're really trying to push what's going on with this franchise with the end credit scene in this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost interest in the blockbuster Transformers movies.
Yeah. I mean, do you care if I spoil it? I don't care if it's really spoil. It's not really a
I'll be
spoiler because
good.
it's not going to
Anyone,
happen.
if anyone doesn't want to know, let us know. But I think I'm good either way. I'm not gonna see this movie.
Okay. The guy who is from The Heights, who's in this movie,
Yeah.
he gets recruited to GI Joe.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna see this movie, but that's actually kind of cool to see that costume.
Okay.
That's pretty dope.
We'll see if they battle Unicron. Unicron is going to be the main villain. It's kind of like their Galactus. So he's going to be
Yeah.
their villain in the next couple movies, and I think they're leading up to the third movie. Might be a play-by-play of Transformers the animated movie, which I absolutely love.
Were they gonna do Were they ever gonna follow up the Bumblebee movie, or is that just
This is
one-off?
it. This is it. They didn't want a full sequel, probably because of the piece of crap wrestler that was in there. But just my take. But this is their sequel slash
The one who's
requel.
saving Fast and Furious.
Knock, did that hit $1 billion? Did it hit $1 billion? Is that why I went to home video after
Hey,
4
listen,
weeks?
me and Zach are arguing about this because me and Zach had a bet the Fast X would hit $1 billion, but little did Zach know Fast X is a 3-part movie series, so we still got a shot.
What? X gonna give it to you. All right, Mr. All Power got it. Michelle Yeoh.
Oh shit, she's in this.
Yeah, and that's her right there on the right. It's a different version,
Hey,
obviously, for the movie.
Oscar winner.
Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. Give her an award every year just for being
I'm
awesome.
a huge fan of her. Since back to the Jackie Chan movies, man, she's been killing it.
Yep. Legend. All right, what is CM Punk's dog's name?
Oh, I forgot, but they put out some crazy looking shirt recently, man.
Hey, that's coming up next, and it's all over to the side of the United Center right now.
Oh, it's Larry, isn't it? It's like
It is
I've seen
Larry.
yeah.
You got it. Yeah. All right, it is Larry the dog. And then Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'll let people read this and get a chance because I kind of jumped the gun on that one. With CM Punk being back in the fold, does that open the door back for AJ Lee to come to AEW? Maybe just with Saraya?
Depends on her contract with WoW. WoW is doing very well in the ratings, and like I talked about earlier with talking about WoW and all 4 matches that are going to happen this week on WoW. I don't know what her contract is. I'll just say that.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything exclusive because I remember a lot of people from WoW would wrestle in TNA as well or other places on the indies.
Okay. She does a great job on commentary. The other 2 guys on there, like, just very bland. They're like Kevin Kelly on here. They can do the job, but it's nothing that's exciting me.
I get you.
All right, which 80s wrestler inspired this Larry/CM Punk shirt? This is Larry looking like the shirt from this 80s wrestler. All right, JR is out there.
Oh, he made it out?
Yeah, I hear him now.
I like JR. I'm glad to keep him busy. It's just I'm done.
Yeah.
And I know it's not that big of a deal, but he really called Kenny Omega the WWE champion. Come on, dog.
He did. That's true. Not Randy Savage, Mr. All Power. I say just have him do backstage interviews where he can film on location and do stuff for build up for matches. Like he could do build up interviews with Kenny Omega and stuff for pay-per-views.
Stuff like that's nice. Pay-per-view stuff. Just the week to week. I don't think that really works.
Yep. Fat Laces, you got it. That's the shirt right there by Roddy Piper. He wore one of the WrestleManias, I do believe, when he was doing stuff with Mr. T, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah. All right. Other than Flash spoilers, that's all I got. We'll go back to the match.
Good trivia. Who took that? I think I might have tied with somebody. I don't know if I had 1 or 2.
Oh, here's a good note by Mr. Alpar. Teal Piper was on ROH making her debut.
Okay. I want to check in actually. So everybody in the chat, if you're still there, are you guys subscribed to Honor Club? Do you plan on getting subscribed there, or did you have it and let it go? Because I remember it was hot when it first started, but I wonder if it's still going now, going strong. I know Athena's been killing it as the women's champ, starting a program with Kiera Hogan now. That's being a longer feud than just a 1 week thing.
Good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Because it's going to get the reps in. Because again, because of the deal with Warner Brothers and Discovery, the exclusivity, Dark and Dark Elevation are gone.
Yeah, you got to get the reps in. I mean, the RH has a pay per view coming up, I think, next month. Death
Yes.
Before Dishonor in New Jersey. So you got to start building certain things. I want to see. I wonder where Red Velvet is. So people like that I haven't seen in a while. I think Layla Hirsch is coming back soon. Punk is looking nice in the ring. He's looking pretty smooth.
Yeah, he is. I wonder who he trained with.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Okay, Punk versus Jay White.
Here
Yeah,
we go.
I know he's missed this, man. I know all the drama's been crazy, but this is what we need to see.
Yeah,
This
he was
is what
about to
we're here
cry in
for.
the beginning. Again, go back and watch it.
Really,
Yeah,
I can't wait to see.
that came. Yeah, the fat laces on that. Yeah, too much wrestling to consume. It is, and especially, I guess even like when stuff is, I don't know. There's just too much. I'll just say that. Too much
Yeah,
wrestling.
it is a ton. There's a ton, which is a good thing. Like way more jobs for
Ooh,
people, but you just gotta find what you like, find what you have time for. You don't gotta watch everything. Like there's a lot of stuff I want to watch, but I'll just catch like if people tell me about it if I can't watch it because it's always so many hours of the day.
right. Okay, we have a little bit in the match. We got like 5 more minutes. I do have one more thing here. It is a meme contest. If you can come up with a meme for this picture from the Flash, this is used by WWE. Or excuse me, WWE. This is used by Warner Brothers and Discovery. This no spoilers. If you can think of a funny meme for this Ezra Miller picture based on everything that he has,
Oh gosh.
so if you can caption this poster, leave comments right now. If you're not watching this live, leave a comment in the comments section. I will post the winner's name and their caption as a meme on our social media, which you can see below, our Instagram and our Twitter. So if you can leave a comment on the funniest meme, we'll make our little flash contest here.
Nice. So yeah, jump on that. Hit us up, man. Um, this is a good main event. This is a great start to the show. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. And I don't know if you've seen that what CM Punk said, like he apologized to Tony right after that scrum.
Mm-hmm.
And before I forget, let's not let it go over our heads. We need to thank Jay White for selling out the United Center. He sold out the Tokyo Dome single-handedly. He sold out Madison Square Garden single-handedly. Now he's selling out the United Center.
So you think White gets the win, or do you think Punk might lose tonight?
No, there's no way.
Okay.
I think someone will look strong. If anyone, I think Juice Robinson takes the pin.
I think so. Juice Robinson is there to take the pin all day long.
But yeah, I don't think CM Punk can lose this after coming back. It doesn't make sense. And then, like you said, he has the belt. Like if he gets pinned or submitted, then he'll finally relinquish it. But until then, he's not.
Yeah. So kind of like if you can refresh us, what happened with CM Punk in the title? Did he have to relinquish it? Was there an interim? I forgot.
As soon as remember, he won. So he won at Double or Nothing last year against Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
Had to let it go because he got hurt in the match. He's supposed to be at Forbidden Door against Tanahashi. So then they had that tournament. So Moxley won. So then he fought Moxley at All Out, won the belt, and then immediately went to that media scrum, which ended it all. And they just let the belt go. The world title and trios belts go without even mentioning by his names.
That's right. Oh man, look who is here.
Coquita Clutch.
A Slim J plug from Eric. Eric, we missed you. I hope you're doing all right. We'll see if Punk is a big enough draw. I know Slim J was, but again, Slim J and the women do not get booked properly by Tony Khan. Eric, glad you could just be a part of this. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, man. Eric is our CEO of the channel. Helped us get monetized. We out here. We're looking to get back on the regular schedule very soon, so hopefully we have that. I know Zach plugged the Infinity War. My goodness, Secret Invasion reviews. We're trying to get Wednesdays. So I'm really trying to have my schedule clear for that. So hopefully we get them out every week. We'll see because life is a little crazy, but we'll see what goes. But we want to have a regular schedule. I'm gonna get some AEW Fight Forever content out there.
Nice.
And then of course the Champions videos. I'm just working on getting those proper because you to be playing with us sometimes. But once I get that ironed out, I have a lot of videos for you guys.
Nice. We got some ideas too. Got some stuff with some possible comedians here in LA. I'll talk to you more about that, knock. And again, I will not be doing Rampage streams every week. I will do streams sporadically, though. It just depends on. I got a new work schedule.
Nice.
Kind of a promotion, so I'm kind of happy, and I'll tell you about that, knock. And we'll start working some more stuff out for the station because we can't wait to get back at it. But Secret Invasion Wednesdays.
Nice. I'm happy for you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Man. Things you're looking up for your boys. So this is funny, actually. I'm gonna let you guys listen to us out because you guys have been with us for a while. I see Fat Laces in there all the time. I see Mr. All Power. Primetime's not here, but shout out to him, Noob and Co. Shout out to Zemo, all the regulars that show up here. So you guys rocked with us from the beginning, and we finally got monetized last month.
Yes.
Really appreciate all that. So I want to thank you guys. We'll have a thank you out coming up soon. We hit 1,000 subs. We got monetized. I want to thank you guys for sure. The full video. Putting all your promotions out there you guys want.
Yes.
But with that being said, we finally got monetized. And like not even a month later, they lower the requirements on YouTube to half the subs and 1,000 less public watch hours. So I'm like, what the fuck? We could have been monetized. It's crazy.
Isn't that a kick in the nuts? YouTube kicks us in the nuts so much. You guys have no idea the stupid behind the scenes stuff and the reason we can't create more content for you. All this stupid crap we have to deal with. It's so it's very irritating.
Yeah, I did that. They did that on purpose. They said, "All right, finally, we'll give it to them." We've been wanting to do this for a while, but wow, Punk is really emotional. Real quick, I see what you've been saying. He. This is crazy. How many moments has he had in Chicago like this? Talking about the Money in the Bank, talking about his return. It's what, 2 years ago now he returned? Wow.
Yeah.
Craziness. The Summer of Punk. We're finally getting the Summer of Punk properly.
Another Summer of Punk. Whatever.
Oh man. Look at Jay.
Last time was the Fall of Punk. Eric, we can't wait for you to be back as well. All right. Kevin Kelly bids farewell. Again, caption this. Can't wait to get your meme up there.
No Kenta.
No Kenta. That's a disappointment. Let me take this out. And yeah, if you want to make a meme of this, I'd appreciate the chuckles because I don't know, you could just have something say like, this is what he said to his victims before. Anyways, that is it. Fat Laces like the match. Now, from what you saw, what do you grade Collision at?
From what I saw, I'm gonna go with a solid 8 out of 10. Love the energy from the crowd. The crowd really doesn't make a lot of it. Seeing Punk come in, look like he's been working out, look in shape, looking smooth, like he doesn't miss the beat. And then the women did for what they had, time they had, they did a good job. So I'm gonna give a nice 8 out of 10.
I'll agree with you. It is kind of like, Fat Laces, thank you for joining too, man. I really appreciate you. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as well. It felt like a Saturday night fight. It kind of lagged in the middle and towards the end. I'll give it an 8, but it needs improvement. I do love the theme song. It really works, but they need to rewatch the theme song. Love to know your take on that, knock. They need to rework beats of the music and what Elton John is like singing to video clips, because otherwise it's just like someone put together the video clip and then they just pop the music on over it.
So I'm actually glad you said that because I felt the same way. I seen that earlier when someone posted it on their YouTube or Twitter, and I was like, the song's cool. I mean, it makes sense. Just it didn't feel like it synced up. It didn't feel like it matched up well.
I agree.
So I don't know what they got to do, but I agree with that as well.
Otherwise, I like the feel for it. The commentary team needs some help. It doesn't feel big. They do need some fresh voices on there. I'll say this so vaguely so I don't get blasted in the comments. Too much of the same kind of commentators in wrestling for me. And I'm not just saying that to say it. It's just like the same voices on almost every single wrestling show.
I agree. Definitely agree. Like, I don't even pay attention to Raw commentary. I ain't gonna lie. Not that they're bad, but
they're not good. For a 3-hour show, they're not good.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Alpart, really appreciate that. And soon, and in some capacity, a 3 out of 3 will be back here. And you wanted Veda Scott to get signed to commentary. Veda Scott's good, and also Holly Dad is so good, but she's got a gimmick and she's very active. She'll be on WoW tonight and throughout the week, so check out WoW Wrestling. Yeah,
she's everywhere. I'm shocked she hasn't been in a major promotion by now. She's in WoW, did the Mission Pro Wrestling with Thunder Rosa. She's in all the indies. I'm very shocked she hasn't appeared in AEW in any capacity so far.
Yep.
Or Ring of Honor.
Vince McMahon, you kind of missed trivia. If you want to go back and watch it, you can put comments in there and I'll let you know if you're right. Just missed you on trivia. Sorry, Vince.
Oh man, sorry Vince with the Sammy profile. I want to say this last thing since we brought it up. Holodead. I'm putting this out there. You know, us at West Coast Pop, we call a lot of stuff, and it happens. I'm calling Athena and Ring of Honor versus Holodead. That would be the huge match. I think Holodead will take her out.
All right, I wouldn't mind seeing that. And again, you can
I
catch
might
out Holodead
tweet that.
tonight in a tag match.
Thank you, everybody, for jumping in, man. Sorry I was running a little late. I really appreciate everybody with the support.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Vince, you missed the CM Punk question. How old is CM Punk? That's your question right there, Vince McMahon. I do believe that's all I have. If you got comments, comment throughout the night. I will be here, and yeah, I guess I won't put flash spoilers up just to save you guys in case you're watching. But if you want to hit up flash spoilers in the comment, I'll talk about that with you tonight too. It is what it is. But that's it. That was Collision. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you graded it. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. Knock, any final words before we head on out?
Just keep an eye out for the channel, man. I'm gonna have some AEW gameplay for sure. I want to get these champions videos out because I have a lot cooking in the pipeline. Just want to make sure it's right for YouTube and the monetization policies. And then of course we're big on the tier list, so definitely check those out, man. It's good to be back in some capacity. I've missed you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting and sticking with us.
We do appreciate it, and I'm drinking out of the glass that we went to WrestleMania for, that Eric bought us our tasting lunch at. What a great time. We're gonna get back at it. We miss you guys. Thank you for being a part of this. Love you. Again, comment all our videos. We comment back because we love you, and thanks again for being a part of Collision. Make sure you hit subscribe, because you never know when we're going to pop up next. But we'll see you Wednesday for Secret Invasion. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Have a great summer. And be excellent to each other, everyone.
Peace out.